So it looks like the gods above have answered our prayers. The Resident Evil movie series is getting a reboot. And it only took 4 months after the final chapter came out for them to announce they rebooting this motherfucker. And they already said that it's gonna be 6 movies in this reboot series. Now hey, this was just announced, so there's very little details. I'm just gonna tell you guys what we know and what really piqued my interest and made me jump up off my toilet when I read this shit. What? We all play on our phone while we're taking a shit. Come on now. Don't play all fucking high and mighty with me. So Paul W.S. Anderson is out. Ooh, yeah. This I do right here. You mixing it up. You're mixing up all those tears. Ha ha. Fuck you, Paul. Ha ha. I'm raising the roof now on you, Paul. I'm raising the roof on your ass. You and your wife ruined this series all so you can rake in the millions and apparently billions of dollars. Well, here's the news flash for you. Your shit sucked ass, pal. Oh no, I get the whole series made $1.2 billion globally, but you know what? Imagine how much money it would have made if the movies were any fucking good. So here's what we know real quick. Now Constantine Film, they produced all of the other series, every fucking movie, every one of them, and that's got me kinda shaky on, hey, they don't know what the fuck, they have no judgment. They say, hey, you know what, yeah, that's a kid fucking a bicycle, yeah, well, we'll add that in later, we'll add that in. But then I saw James Wan has been named as the producer. That might not mean shit to you, but here, let me tell you a little something about James Wan. This guy produced Saw 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the Saw 3D, the final chapter. That sounds familiar. Okay, I get it, that's not off to a great start. But he also produced movies like Annabelle, Demonic, Insidious Chapter 3, The Conjuring 2, and Lights Out. He's also working on producing a reboot for the Mortal Kombat series. I guess they're bringing that shit back too. But here's the thing to note. Now, all those movies I just mentioned now, I like how they finally picked somebody who has experience, who is known as a horror movie guy. This guy can come in, he can bring those elements to the fucking franchise. And Paul, no, he didn't bring shit to the franchise. So that's the stuff he produced. Listen to these things that he actually directed. Both of the Conjuring movies. We're talking Conjuring, the original, one of the best horror movies, in my opinion, in the past decade, maybe 2. Also the first 2 Insidious movies. He also directed Dead Silence, that fucking creepy ass puppet movie. Furious 7, like fucking 7th Fast and the Furious movie. And get this. The first Saw movie. And as I'm filming this motherfucker right now, he is currently directing Aquaman. It's some pretty impressive shit when you look at it. I really fucking love the idea that they are getting a guy that actually can make a good fucking horror movie. And I mentioned Mortal Kombat a minute ago. I think it's funny that Paul W. Anderson, he also did the Mortal Kombat, the original Mortal Kombat. So you got this James Wan coming in, he's fixing Paul's fucking bullshit Mortal Kombat movies. Now he's coming in, boom, fixing his bullshit fucking Resident Evil movies. This guy, he's a savior. But we do not know who's gonna be the director yet of the reboots of the Resident Evil franchise. That is gonna be a vital, that motherfucker is gonna be big. We need somebody that has a good horror and pretty good action movie experience. To be honest with you, I wouldn't be mad if James Wan just did them both. So let's talk about the script real quick because, you know, it's all good and well he makes a good Resident Evil horror movie, but what about the story? What about the plot? What about the characters? Who's in charge of writing it? It damn sure ain't James Wan. So who's it gonna be? And it's a little guy by the name of Greg Russo. I popped on my little computer machine and Googled Greg Russo, IMDb, let's see what this guy's done. I didn't expect I'd get a fucking 404 error message. That motherfucker hasn't done shit. I am pretty fucking confident my IMDb page is more fucking decked out than his is. It shows he's working on the Mortal Kombat movies, but guess what? God damn, what has he done for me yet? I wanted to see something he's done, something he's wrote, something to sink my teeth into to get an idea. Or is this motherfucker gonna bend me over that fucking, you can't see it's off camera, there's a chair over there, he's gonna bend me over that motherfucker, hold on. I'm bent over this chair right now. Are you fucking me, Greg Russo? Are you fucking me? Get the fuck out of my asshole. So I really had zero to go off of this guy. So I did a little bit of research on the little internet machine, and guess what I found? I found an interview that this guy did where he talks about his background, what got him into things and this and that. And he said he didn't go to school, he didn't take a screenwriter class, even though that's exactly what he's doing for this movie right now. And you know what? I respect the shit out of that. School's for suckers. Fuck school. But for real though, we are off to a great start with James Wan in charge of things. I hope he picks a good fucking director that's gonna really fill everything in. That's gonna paint the picture on whether or not this shit may be successful or not. We already know people are gonna go see Resident Evil movies, whether or not they're fucking good. We got that, we saw that. $1.2 billion. We understand people are gonna see it, but the Resident Evil fans, the true ones, we wanna see the fucking stories. We wanna see Chris Redfield, Jill Valentine teaming up, Barrett Burton walking in there, Albert Wesker coming in, not dying to a fucking door slamming on his leg. That's what we wanna see. We already know it makes fucking money. Let's make a good fucking franchise this time. If you guys stick to the roots of the Resident Evil franchise, guess what? You can't fail. Just stick to the roots. Stick to the core of the story, and it will all work. I fucking promise. But before I go, I want to say one last little goodbye to Paul Anderson. Thank you, Paul. Sincerely, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. You have drove my favorite franchise into the ground for the past 15 fucking years. You and your fucking wife, Milka Jovanovic, need to stay the fuck away from the Resident Evil reboot, you hear me? I swear to God, if somebody mentions the fucking name Alice, I am gonna lose my shit and fucking jump up in that movie theater cussing your ass out, Paul W.S. Anderson. One way your wife gets into this fucking movie, if she plays some random ass fucking zombie and Chris Redfield walks up and shoots that bitch in the fucking head. That's the only way she makes it in this fucking movie.